the sun out here shining. I blame Trump. I blame Donald Trump for it, because why is the sun shining? Why is it beautiful out here? He always doing stuff.
Not fucking interrupt me! God damn it! I told you that in the car! You're always running off at the mouth! You got a motor mouth! There's a motorboat stuck in your mouth! Just shut up! Sit the fuck back down!
Trump is putting the Robert E. Lee name back on buildings. I mean, are you down with that?
So when I was at West Point, I actually lived in Robert E. Lee Barracks when I was there. And as I said,
Robert E. Lee went to West Point.
Yes, he did. That's why the barracks is named after him. My brother, sister, and I are matriculated through West Point. We all graduated. And I'll never forget walking under the threshold of Robert E. Lee Barracks and think to myself, damn, this is one hell of a country. Because only in America can someone like me walk into a building named after a Confederate general and then be a successful West Point graduate. If we start changing the names on buildings, then every single building would be named Jesus Christ based on perfection. I bring that up because I want to talk about the progress, and the idea of us changing names on buildings actually doesn't harken us back to times where they weren't as good.
And statues,
and how
too?
can we not? Oh, I am, my wife is, I've been black my whole life.
Yes.
So far, still. My wife is white, and we have 3 biracial children, and I cannot wait to show them and take them to places that wasn't always the case. There was a time when your mother and daddy could not be married. My children are going to have the opportunity to be second lining down in New Orleans, and then my wife is from Iowa. They'll be on the farm with their grandfather in Iowa. That is America,
yes.
and I do not want to take down these statues and change the names of these buildings because they're a reminder of what was, and if we don't remember it, we are doomed to repeat it.
This is the greatest Star Trek mystery of all time. There is a scene in Star Trek Generations that makes no sense, and it's driving me insane. Let me show you first and see if you can spot what I'm talking about. It starts around 34 minutes into the movie, and inside main engineering, you see Riker and Worf come in through that main room that they're always standing around, that desk, that pool table. They walk into this alcove where there's some consoles and that glass that's behind the warp core, or I guess in front of the warp core. Now they walk in front of that glass and then in front of the warp core, okay? Right in line with that warp core is that room with the pool table desk, okay? But Riker leaves and he's immediately in a hallway. This wasn't like me catching a movie mistake. They filmed that all in one shot. They showed Riker and Worf coming in from engineering, around the warp core, and back out, all in one shot.
So for all the Democrats and liberals that support Iran and hate Israel, I just want to show y'all something that Barack Obama said when he was president. Maybe if y'all hear it from him, maybe it'll help make sense to y'all.
Because a nuclear Iran is a threat to our national security, and it's a threat to Israel's national security. We cannot afford to have a nuclear arms race in the most volatile region of the world. Iran's a state sponsor of terrorism, and for them to be able to provide nuclear technology to non-state actors, that's unacceptable. And they have said that they want to see Israel wiped off the map. So the offers Iran a choice. They can take the diplomatic route and end their nuclear program, or they will have to face a united world and a United States president, me, who said we're not going to take any options off the table.
I don't know, bro. It just sounds an awful lot like what Donald Trump's saying right now, if you ask me. Which comes off to me to make it seem as if y'all actually understand what we're saying and y'all are actually for what we're saying. Y'all just are against it because Donald Trump's the one initiating it now. Because Donald Trump's leading it and a Democrat like Barack Obama isn't leading it now. Y'all have an issue with it. That's just what it seemed like to me. I don't know.
Why are you shipping these immigrants up north? We need them to pick the crops.
Food is not reaching our table because those who pick the crops have been removed.
I mean, you're going to have vegetables rotting in the fields.
Our vegetables would rot in the ground if they weren't being picked by many illegal immigrants.
If you think your groceries are expensive now, wait until the farms are empty.
If you look at the food that's on your table, think about who picked it.
It's going to deport 20 million people, the people who pick your crops.
They come with regularity from Mexico usually to work in the fields.
Those immigrants that come into our country, they work the fields.
something that we ain't done in a long time.
I can't wait until American women can't get blueberries for their smoothies.
Good news, Red States. You can now pick your own fruits and vegetables in the blazing hot sun for $5 an hour.
The people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants.
What's going to happen here is that milk gets a lot higher, because I don't know if any of you have ever been in a dairy farm. It is god-awful work.
Have no immigration, then we would have no food on our plates. We would have nobody cleaning up in the hospitals.
And I have friends texting me like all morning. My gardener didn't show up. My housekeeper didn't show up. You're going to actually have to do some work around your house.
We're not going to have anybody around to wipe our asses because we don't have enough people.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Oh, man. Oh, God, you cannot make that up. That is all. It's men lie, women lie, but videos don't. What's up, guys? It's going to be an interesting show. Probably just a little shorter than usual because time. Time is not on my side, folks, but I'm having a pretty good day. It's been a pretty good week. I hope everyone's weekend was great. I hope everyone's week is going good. You know, as long as you're alive and healthy and fine and whatever. So let's get psychological now. But yeah, I love that last that video. You know, it's funny because I've gotten mixed reactions as far as like the beginning, the intros, but I need that countdown. I've gotten a couple of friends of mine who have, you know, said like, you just get straight to it. It does help. It really helps because I can prep, I can do my last minute things. I can get some files and kind of straighten things out, take some things out, you know, whatever, just kind of, yeah, last minute stuff. But people have been mostly responsive, like positively, you know, I can't talk right now. The response has been positive. So, but guys, bear with me. I'm drinking my coffee mug here, the one I stole from, the one that I got from Denny's. But I think that, you know, with all of this stuff, you know, it's usually, obviously it's clips from TikTok, which by the way, my account just got suspended because, you know, people are pussies. So anyway, folks, let's get to it. All right. So the first topic that I want to talk about is Superman. Now, I know there's a lot of Superman talk. It is a movie that's coming out in July. It's hyped. Everyone's talking about it, so I'm going to talk about it. The first fan reactions have come through for Superman. This movie, for those of you that are new to this channel, this is a movie that I should be extremely excited about, but I'm cautiously optimistic. However, within the past couple of weeks, I would say that the needle has moved more to excitement because I do enjoy, you know, fandom. You know, I'm not one of those that's just completely cynical and pessimistic online, you know, how everything from the past is better than everything that's new. Not, I mean, it is, but it's just, it's, if you stick with that biased view, you're going to just, it's going to get old. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of a shtick that people put. Now, if you're genuinely like that, then you're going to really have to convince people why they should care. And I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself, open your mind, and allow yourself to like some shit, even if it's new. Right? So for somebody like me who hates a lot of the new shit, there's some new things that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give that a chance because people back then in 1978 when Superman the movie came out, I'm pretty sure when people saw I'm sure there's a lot of people that went, this movie looks fucking gay. I am not going to see it. I don't care if Marlon Brando is in it. I don't care if Gene Hackman's in it. I'm not going to see a fucking comic book character who's wearing spandex with a red cape flying into the sky like a cartoon character. And then what happens? That movie comes out. The special effects are immaculate for its time. Still, till today, a lot of those shots still work, especially the flying scenes. Most of the flying scenes work today. You've got Marlon Brando, who is from The Godfather, Apocalypse Now. It's Marlon fucking Brando. Need I say more? He plays Jor-El, Superman's dad, and it was 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes of just awesome Krypton weird sci-fi shit that still feels timeless. And to the point where, James Gunn and a lot of creators, post Superman the movie, a lot of creatives with Smallville were inspired by that film. The Fortress of Solitude, really, no one knew how to do it until Superman the movie did it, and that was the blueprint. The ice, the snow, the crystals, all of that shit, right? So we've got that, and that's cool. The Fortress of Solitude coming out from the ground is awesome, and I think that Superman, this new film, is going to show a lot of today's audience who's never seen those films, even Man of Steel, which is weird, that this is something that has been traditional in Superman. What I don't like about this new movie, and it's nothing to do with the movie itself, it's the marketing, it's the way, how the movie is being handled prior to its premiere. I don't like the fact that James Gunn is in everything in the marketing. He's in the cookouts. He's in all these videos where you're seeing David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan, who are our Lois Lane and Superman Clark Kent. Okay, I want to know more about them, but then the camera pans to James Gunn, and James Gunn literally, I mean, this is a self-insert person. Okay, I know of James Gunn that he is a nice person. He's very kind. He's also very creative. Can't question his creativity. He's got an awesome brain when it comes to, making something that seems impossible possible, like Guardians of the Galaxy. Because prior to Guardians of the Galaxy, if you were to present to the majority of the people, uh, here's a talking raccoon. Immediately, you've got people closing that book going, no, it's not going to work. He made it work. He made a talking tree and a talking raccoon uh, the sole heart of Guardians of the Galaxy. He did that. I don't think any other director can do that. Okay. So when I see Crypto, the super dog, that fucking dog, all right. Um, listen, as much shit as I give to you know about this film and then the Crypto the dog, I like Crypto the super dog when it was fitting for the version of Superman that they served. You know what I'm saying? I dug that. It's fine. So this is something that's new. The stuff that I see in the promos, it's adorable and cute, but will it work within the context of the story and the plot and all of those things? I don't know. It could come off as cringe. Probably, maybe amazing. I don't know. This could be the one time where it really fumbles. So I don't know. There's a lot of, like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic, but I do like the comic book aspect that I see in the film. Like, I totally dig that it's not a bleak version of Superman. Not that it bothered me. I like Man of Steel a lot. Okay. I think that movie is criminally underrated. Everyone overlooked that film when it came out at the time because you've got a lot of idiots out there going, well, it's not Christopher Reeve. Okay. I understand that. But open your brain to to really, like, honestly, that movie, there was nothing wrong with that film except the way Jonathan Kent died. Other than that, I don't see any massive difference, and perhaps I just don't give a shit about Jonathan Kent that much. Let's be real. I don't think a lot of people. I love Jonathan Kent. Okay, my favorite version of that character was John Schneider in Smallville. Okay, I loved that character to the point where they made you care about him so much, and he's been through all these seasons, and then when he dies of a heart attack, it completely just it guts you, man, because you know that's coming. As a Superman fan, you know that's coming. but you don't expect it in that episode. And very much like in real life, you don't know when death is going to creep up on you. So it was a shock to the audience in a weird sense, because we knew that's part of the storyline, that's part of his origins. But still, it gutted you. Superman's dad dying in Superman the movie, sad. It's sad because yes, many fathers have passed away. People pass away, with a heart. You can't save cholesterol, is what I'm trying to say. Superman can do anything. He just can't save fucking cholesterol. So that's why it was much more powerful of him dying from a heart attack as opposed to getting sucked up in a tornado enough time for his son to go faster than a speeding bullet, grab his dad and bring him back to safety, and you still have your dad. And eventually he'll get a heart attack. I don't know, but that was dumb. That was dumb. Other than that movie's awesome. That movie's just fucking great. It's good fun. And people say, oh, it's not fun. Really? The entire fucking half of that movie is Smallville getting leveled, followed by Krypton getting leveled. Or, sorry, Metropolis. So, sorry, I got a text message from my boss. Mass text message here. Fucking, okay, great. I'm a delivery driver. So yeah. Anyway. Okay. Sorry, this is just it's my job, but whatever. Fuck dominoes. So anyway, let's get back to it because Superman is coming out. We've got this movie coming out, and I've got some reactions here. From Twitter, which I still call Twitter, X. So let's check this out. Let's check this out. All right, here we go. Superman. All right, I haven't seen these, so I'm looking at these with you, which is why I was typing stuff and all that. All right, so it says general reactions to the first 30 minutes of Superman. Well paced, vibrant, must see in IMAX. Fight scenes are fast, dynamic, unique. Score is well integrated. Not much fighting, but there is a sequence. Barely anything substantial plot wise was shown in the trailer. That's good. That's good. First 30 minutes of Superman was shown, and people are astonished, saying flight scenes are incredible. Yeah, listen, about that. There are people here, okay, and I remember like way back when, and we're gonna go like 10 years ago. Christian Harloff, who was in charge of the Schmoes Know back in the day, which became like the Schmoville Network, and then I don't know, they had like 3 other fucking names for their channel and shit. But nonetheless, I respect Christian. Christian hooked me up with a shout out. He hooked me up with coming on board the Star Wars trivia game, despite that a lot of assholes were running the show. I was there participating. You guys can check that out, or not. I really don't care. I lost, but it's ironic. Oh, I lost because of a Disney Star Wars question, and I don't like Disney Star Wars. So I went into it knowing that I was gonna, but whatever. Back in those days, okay, when everyone thought that they were the be all end all of movie reviewers out there, everyone on YouTube tried to emulate them. Everyone on YouTube was like, "Hey guys, what's up?" Doing the whole format, like just it was so fucking lame to the point where I had to stop, reevaluate my channel, and be like, "Look, I don't want to do that. I want to do my own thing." And if doing this format is what makes people watch it, then I don't fucking care for it anymore. I want to be myself. And turns out there are people out there who are themselves, and sure, they may not get the subscribers that they want, but ultimately I just stopped caring about the subscribers, how much I'm getting and all that stuff. And I get it. That's the whole point, right? But also on the same end, I'm not using YouTube as a get rich quick scheme. Whoever finds my channel, I'm here to talk to you about pop culture shit. I'm here to give you some reviews of movies or TV shows that I've watched, comic books, whatever. So, yeah. When the Schmoes Know was a thing, it was popping, it was doing its thing, and it became a thing where like they talked about critics being paid to review things. Like they constantly having guests and them going on shows like AMC Movie Talk and all this stuff. This is around when John Schnepp, rest in peace, was around. And I love how people today want to speak for him, going, "Oh, he wouldn't like this. Oh, he wouldn't like that." Like, don't fucking place your political beliefs onto a deceased person because they're not fucking here right now to tell you what they think or how they think. And you'd be surprised because the majority of them, I think, are wrong. However, rest in peace, Schnepp. He was the real one. But uh, there are paid there are people out there, if they're not paid, okay, which I don't think they're getting a paycheck out of it. What I think happens is when you kiss ass to something that's not good, you're going to get free access. It's the perk, okay? It's the perk of being in that position. But I wouldn't sell my soul just to get a few goodie bags and a movie premiere because the movie will come out eventually. Okay, so being the first to watch it, let me tell you what happens when you're the first to watch a movie. I've been to a couple of screenings and all that stuff, and it's cool. It's great. It's great to watch the movie first, not because of an ego reason, like, I was the first one to watch it. I'm going to tell everyone on social media because look how fucking cool I am. No, it's more like, oh, this is cool. I get to watch this, make my assessment, and if I want to review it out there, I have enough time to gather up my thoughts and give a proper review the day before or of the day the film is released. And that's just how that's just my fucking game, okay? But I'll tell you what happens when you see a movie first, okay? You go see it, and then when you get out, you don't feel special anymore. You've seen the fucking movie. It's not great. Like the anticipation's over, okay? Now that you've seen the movie, you've got everyone else wanting to go see this film, and the anticipation, the hype, sometimes it's better than the movie. So that's all I'm gonna say. Um, Critics, this right here, flight scenes are incredible. That's bullshit because everything in the trailers, the TV commercials, all of that stuff, the flying looks like shit. And I mean, look at this. That clearly looks like the Superman Returns game that came out in 2006. I believe it was for the PlayStation 2. This is a movie that's coming out in 2025. Pretty crazy. All right. Footage reception embargo lifted. It says here, based on the 30-minute footage I've seen, Superman felt like a well-realized story in a well-realized universe. Wow, this is a well-realized review. It may not go the traditional origin story route, but you could see and feel the aspirations of the motives of each character. Okay, that's solid. God, special effects look terrible in this movie, man. Like, I know I'm not crazy. Like, that shot is so like. It's just nothing but digital garbage. I could tolerate the S. I like the suit except for the collar and the lines. I don't care for it. Like everyone's like, "Oh, this is so cool, this scene here," and I'm like, "Dude, this yeah, this is cool to a fucking 8-year-old." Um, it just looks like digital garbage. Like, what the fuck is this? Look at this. I mean, I'm not disrespecting like the entire movie. This movie might be amazing, okay? But this shot here still looks fucking stupid. This is the collar. It's just, oh god, this entire shot looks terrible. This looks like the cutscene of a video game. You know, right before you are about to begin the next level, you get this little fight scene here between Superman and Guy. It's not. Anyway. Anyway. All right, let's get back to it. This person says, I got the chance to watch the first 30 minutes of Superman and it was amazing. Corn Sweat, James Gunn has done it. Super stoked for this one. Oh, speaking of David Corn Sweat, how come we haven't learned anything about this guy? And he's our Superman. Oh, that's right, because James fucking Gunn keeps taking the show. He's like, that's my fucking show. Yeah. It's not Superman's James Gunn. Okay, Mr. Gunn. I get it. But here's the problem with seeing a director constantly on the promotional trail. Here's the problem. The movie has been promoted for the longest time, okay? And James Gunn seems like he's just everywhere. Where the cameras are, he's there because it's his show. It's not like he's a self-insert, right? It's not like he puts himself in variant covers of other Superman comics, right? It's not like he put himself in his own show called The Creature Commandos. It's not like he's everywhere in the marketing for Superman. It's like he's Superman or something, right? It comes off as pretentious, especially the Rolling Stone article. And that Rolling Stone article really displays how creative he can be, but also how ignorant he is when it comes to the reception of things. Like I honestly think that press junkets, directors going to, it ruins them. It ruins their image, because they look pretentious. It comes off like if this project is like your own vanity project and you're using Superman as a way to kind of self-insert yourself into a story. Like when you start saying shit like, "Oh, I put myself in Jimmy Olsen, so it's me in that character." It's like, come fucking on, dude. Oh, my dog is the inspiration of Crypto. No, just fucking make Crypto. Fuck your dog, okay? I'm sorry. Not sorry, because I don't want to see Crypto biting Superman's ankles all the time. I don't care for a dog that's based off of a dog who was a prick, who is not a good dog, who bites and just it misbehaves. That's Crypto. That's cute on paper, but it's going to be annoying and it's going to seem desperate. It's like you're reaching for an audience that you know won't go see it, but you're going to put the dog in there because they did it in the comics. So this is a great excuse to put that in my film. We'll get women, we'll get girls, and we'll get more people. We'll get the animal lovers, we'll get the vegans, we'll get the vegetarians, we'll get all of the fucking Aryans and fucking make this movie. Fuck that, okay? Like that's why this movie is already annoying. Okay, this is why I have more respect for Zack Snyder. I'm not a Snyder bro, fuck you. I'm not a Snyder bro, okay? But I will give credit where credit's due because that's my job. Zack Snyder's Superman film, okay, Man of Steel. Go and watch most of the marketing for that film. You won't ever see the direct. You know what the director is doing while everyone's getting to know Henry Cavill and Amy Adams? He's fucking finishing the film in the studio, cutting the movie, trimming the score, doing all of those things to make sure that this movie comes out and it's the version that he envisioned in his head in the first place. Because this right here reminds me of Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. If you guys know the story about it, y'all know what I'm talking about. The second Transformers movie was rushed so fucking much, okay? And they were trying to give people the illusion like, oh, this is a proper production. We finished the film right on time to do the editing, to do the special effects and all of that stuff. They were working on the fucking movie on the day of its premiere. Okay? They were still working on the movie after the movie was released, and some prints were different because they had to render the effects more and shit. It was a fucking mess, okay? And that's what this movie reminds me of. It's just because it's Superman. Oh, well, it's James Gunn. Well, he's perfection. He won't do that. I'm sorry, but every director can fuck up. Every director does have a bad day at the office. But despite my pessimism and my cynicism, I really hope to all of the gods out there, okay, that this movie is successful. I hope this movie does not only good, but I hope it's great. And when James Gunn is sitting there during his Rolling Stone interview saying like, "Oh, I don't need it to be a smash hit." Yes, you fucking do, dude. Stop acting like the audience and fans and people like myself are idiots. Stop acting like that. It's done. Okay, just because people are on the internet asking you questions doesn't mean they don't know jack shit. People have lived. People talk. People leak shit through Reddit. These filmmakers are so fucking out of touch that you have to stand at awe, because there's directors that think they're so clever. Well, I'm not gonna say anything about the plot. I'm not gonna release the score. I'm not gonna. Sorry, shit's being leaked as we speak. It's just up to the person if they want to check those things out. But I don't know. Like I said, I hope this movie blows everything out of the water. I hope all my fears are put to rest. So yeah, I just don't know. Another reaction to the 30-minute special preview of Superman. Here's a little bit of an extensive one, so hopefully we can get into some detail here. Lex Luthor is amazing, intelligent, arrogant, and self-centered. Lois's dynamics are Clark and great. There are punctual moments when David's Clark Kent looks like an annoying tick, but nothing that really comes to bother. Something like a new version that shows how he's simplistic doesn't fit the way the world is, which is complex. Lois is a big surprise. I almost said Lois is a bag of surprises. Lois is a big surprise. She's exactly what you see in the comics, sharp, incisive, and determined in what she says. That reporter who is boring in a good way with the questions she asks. Yeah, I really hope that Rachel Brosnahan does a great job. I think she's super sexy, but she's also very talented. Everything I've seen from the trailer, it's all right for the most part. However, that clip that they released, I think it was like 10 seconds where she's talking to Clark Kent. It's their interview. That was a terrible fucking clip. And I'll tell you why. Lois Lane is tough. Yes. She wants the answers. Yes. But she's not an insufferable cunt. That's the difference. And in that clip was an insufferable cunt who fucking just belittles the fuck out of Clark in that scene. It's like if the mirror universe of Lois Lane was in that scene. For those of you that don't know that reference, it's a Star Trek reference. But yeah, a part of me thinks that scene, which they said was 10 minutes long, holy shit. I hope that's not true, but if it is, I'll know when to go use the restroom. But it's a 10-minute long scene with Lois and Clark. And I have a feeling that it's going to try really hard. They're going to try really hard to kind of tap into the Jon Favreau, Iron Man 2, Pepper and Tony over talking each other type of thing where it feels natural. But in this case, it's going to seem like it's just like, oh, you guys are trying to do that. Doesn't really come off as natural. But at the same time, David Cornsweet, he is a Juilliard actor, Juilliard trained actor, just like Chris Reeves. So who knows? We could see something amazing. Like I said, this movie will make me eat shit, and I really hope it does. For those of weirdos out there that's like, I hope this movie is amazing. I hope you should. No, honestly, I hope it does. I want to watch this movie and tell you guys how fucking amazing this movie is. Just shit marketing, but great fucking movie. Hope they, punch out with more. What are you doing? Sorry, it's my dog. She just loves to go in circles and shit. Just gets up, goes in the circles, comes back. She's 15 years old. Poor thing. Anyway, so it seems like people like it. They're not going to post. You really think they're going to post one that's like, I don't know, I thought it was a big pile of shit, and they were really genuine, about it, but they won't. I like the ones that are honest, where they're like, this was good, but this wasn't. All right, so let's finish this. Okay, so it says here the action scenes that appear are very good, but it looks like it's just the appetizer. The strength of loneliness has a detail that was not shown in the spot that will make fans excited. Superman looks young, impulsive, and a little immature. He has 3 years active, so I think that's the same idea. But unlike Henry Cavill, he makes mistakes trying to be his best self. However, in a complex world of international politics, the movie makes you understand that things have already happened before the movie. Like in HQ that you read about, reboot of universe. I don't fucking care anymore. Crypto is cute, but to tell you that if he was in real life, he'd be kind of fucked up. Little Bug has no limit and is attentive. I think that should change throughout the movie. Didn't know if what he seen was the first 30 minutes or 30 minutes of some part of the movie. So this person doesn't even know what the fuck they're posting. That's great. Okay. Look at this. Just note the difference, folks. This was the first promotional still. This is the first time the entire world got to see Henry Cavill as Superman. Superman no more. And then here, I'm going to show you the first promotional picture of our first time looking at David Cornsweet playing Superman. It was this fucking photo right here, where he's putting on his boot and he looks like he's miserable because he has to go save the world. This was James Gunn thinking, oh man, they're going to buy it now. We got that. What do I know? But he's got the trunks in the new one. I don't fucking care about the trunks. Honestly, I love the trunks. I'm a classicist when it comes to that. But if he doesn't, I'm not going to shit my pants and lose sleep. Okay? Okay. So, moving on. So, we're done with that. It's like John Campea in his show. Go ahead and comment and tell me your thoughts. Oh man. Okay. So let's get into another superhero movie coming out this month, the month of July. It is called The X-Men. I'm kidding. The Fantastic Four is coming out weeks after Superman. The major question I think that everyone is kind of like like what's going to happen with the MCU? I don't know. I'm rewatching him now currently. We actually just got done watching all of the Marvel films, the MCU films. Just like now. And oh boy, stark difference, dude. Stark fucking difference. And I see all these people defending these MCU shows. And look, if you like them, you like them, great. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're a fucking piece of shit for liking something that I don't like. That's I don't have to tell you, but that's fucked up. Okay, I don't do that. But the MCU, it sucks right now. It's in a shit state. Okay. Ironheart just came out. I watched the 3 episodes, and it's just the most god awful shit they've ever put out for Marvel. It's worse than Elektra. It's worse than Miss Marvel. It's worse than The Acolyte, even though it's not Marvel, but that's the worst thing Disney Star Wars has ever done. This show beats all of that. Okay? With Star Wars, it's terrible. There's no forgiving for that, and there's no going back, and you can't just turn that off. Miss Marvel, I don't hate that show. I really don't. I don't even dislike it a lot. It's not a show that's made for me. But I respect the actress who plays Miss Marvel because she actually, unlike the fucking people who are starring in the show or directed, she actually reads the comics. She knows the source material. So when they ask her questions about the comics, she can answer it like that. She doesn't go, well, let me Wikipedia this and give you the answer. No, she knows the fucking answers because she's an actual consumer. She reads the shit. So I can only imagine her brain must explode, but playing the character that you have read before. It's got to be fucking awesome for a kid. So Miss Marvel, I'm not even going to put it under the same umbrella like Ironheart or The Acolyte. That's insulting to things that are just like Miss Marvel. I feel like I'm insulting her, the actress, when I gain so much respect because she actually reads the source material and gives a shit. It's like I said, if I watch the show, I'm not going to hate it, but I'm not going to be like invested in it. It's just not made for me. So, Marvel has just been fumbling. And yes, the last hit they had, people are going to say Deadpool and Wolverine. Yes, I understand that. Deadpool and Wolverine was a massive hit. It made $1 billion. It had great marketing, but it's also a gimmick film where it's not really adding on anything or creating a storyline that leads up to Doctor Doom. Maybe it does. Maybe they'll take this film and go, well, you know, the paradox from the TVA, it was really working for Doom and Doom was using him and all this stuff. Maybe he was a pawn, something. They could totally use that movie and have its way with it by weaving that whole film into Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. They totally could. I think they might. I actually there's a big part of my gut that's telling me that they're going to do that. And usually I'm kind of right about shit. So it's a feeling. But anyway, so Disney Marvel needs about like 6 Deadpool Wolverines, billion-dollar successes for us to sit there and go, okay, now they're kind of back. Okay. So it's not one film. I don't know if Doomsday and Secret Wars is going to be a massive hit. I don't know. They really need to stop shooting films without scripts. That's a no. But yeah. So anyway, let's watch the new Fantastic Four trailer, shall we? If I can ever get this internet to be on my side. And then, speaking of Spider-Man, I've got some Spidey news that I shared from before 5 months ago. They officially have confirmed something now on the internets. Okay. Do. Talks amongst yourselves. Talks amongst yourselves why I do this. Okay. KKK. Speaking of the KKK, I saw a post that I made a while ago on Facebook talking about the new Blade. And I was like, how cool would it be if they made Blade in the 70s fighting the KKK? That'd be fucking awesome. But they won't. All right. Y'all ready for the Fantastic Four? Because I'm not.
Famous around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic. Invisible Woman. Human Torch.
I love you, Johnny.
And the Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
One thing that I do like out of this entire film, and the movie's not even out yet, but it's just, to me, it's something that stands out, is the music to this movie. The score. It's in the trailer. Music literally says the Fantastic Four, the beat, the dun dun dun. Love it. It is like the best Doctor Who theme that we've never heard, and that's in the Fantastic Four. It's awesome. It's great. Just unfortunately, everything I'm hearing about this movie, it just sounds like shit. And Pedro Pascal. Yeah. Anyway, let's watch this.
That's not really something I say. It's clobbering time. That's just in the cartoon.
That's dumb. I hope that they don't do that. Like, that's his famous line. It's clobbering time. I hope this is not the case of like, hey, we're going to do everything just like the comics, the look, the aesthetic, the 60s, everything, except can't say clobbering, because that's just a little too comic booky. Disney. Anyway.
Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
I don't like so much how the Thing talks. Like, the Thing, he's has to grumble his voice. He talks like this, but in this movie, they were like, hey, man, just sound like the character on that famous TV show you're watching, so people know that that's you. Fuck the fans. We just want to know that it's you. Of course they said fuck the fans. Look who they cast as Reed Richards.
I herald his beginning.
Oh, God, no.
I herald your end.
This is dumb, too. Look, fuck it. The Silver Surfer should be a dude at first. This character exists, yes, but this is like getting Batgirl before Robin, okay? And so for the people out there saying, well, why does it matter? Well, then you can reply with, well, why did they put a girl then? I want to see the Silver Surfer, his storyline, flow organically and naturally, just like in the source material that leads up to her. And then we have you know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? But no, they just can't help themselves. They're like, listen, we need to make sure that we put in the Disney policies. If we have a big battle scene with Galactus at the end, we can't have a bunch of dudes fighting, okay? Like, whoever is saying that at Disney, Marvel, fire the fuck out of them, okay? I guarantee it. And I guarantee it, it's a dude. It's a guy. So, I don't know. It's annoying. It is annoying because it's like, you got everything right except that, and that right there can turn your audience away, because one little thing can speak volumes. One little tiny reflects the entire picture, okay? Yeah, but we'll see.
I herald Galactus.
What is that? Get us out of here, Ben! Come on!
Are we safe?
I don't know.
The clock is ticking. We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
God, he's not Reed Richards, dude. What the fuck, man? And you know what's crazy? He's aware. There was just an interview that was recently released, an article, some shit. He says that he looked at all of the He doesn't fucking care, dude. He doesn't care. If they say, oh, it hurts my... No, they don't fucking care. Their agent's happy. They're happy. They've got fame. They've got money. Uh, he's Pedro Pascal. He's from Chile, and he is working in Hollywood, and everyone's casting him like he's the next Tom fucking Cruise. He is nowhere near in that vicinity of stardom. Okay. Um, I don't know the fascination about, but I don't hate the guy, but I just don't like him as a person. I don't think he's a great actor. There's parts that he does fine in, but ultimately, I feel like he is like the expensive version of Sam Worthington, an actor that Hollywood is forcing us to love because this is all they've got as far as leading men go until they find something else that's better, and then they drop them and they become the, well, whatever happened to that guy?
You don't want to just
Galactus.
like that.
The four of us will face the danger.
That's awesome.
We will protect you.
That's cool. That's fucking cool. Galactus.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself.
God, Galactus. They got Galactus right. For once, they got Galactus correct. He is big. He's massive. He looks dangerous. And I want that $80 fucking popcorn bucket. Yes, yes, I'm that crazy. I'm gonna get that.
We'll face it together. As a family.
What time has it been?
No.
What time has it been?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna.
Say it!
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. We will have to see. We will just have to see. I don't. It's got things, like I said, there's things that look good in it. There's all this stuff that looks correct, but it's just oh God. Anyway, sorry, hold on. I have to. This is totally unprofessional of me, but I am texting back somebody right now. And here we go. Ah. All right. Let's talk about Spider-Man. Brand new day. Spider-Man, brand new freaking day. All right. So months ago, I talked about how there are reports, leaks, rumors. I don't have a scooper or anything like that, but I do read a lot of things. And it's just, it's funny that when you are, I'm not complaining at all, at all. So, but it's funny that when you're like a nobody, and I'm a nothing channel, right? I'm just like in the hidden forest and shit, right? And when I talk about Punisher being in Spider-Man Brand New Day, okay? There was people out there that were like, "Oh, what the fuck?" You know, like, "That's stupid, da da da." You know, they would just give you shit, right? But then when other folks out there who have like thousands of subscribers and all that repeat the same shit because they're reading the same thing I'm reading or hearing the same thing, your word is gospel. And then those people went, "You know what? I don't think it's going to happen, and here's why. It's not a multiverse story. It's a, street level story, blah blah blah," right? All the talking points that, folks like Collider and shit like influence, fans and readers what to believe. Well, ladies and gentlemen, dogs and cats, fairies out there, behold, What do I know? Right? What do I know? Um, you've got podcasts out there that looked at this or heard about this and went, nah, 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 nah. There's a podcast that I used to listen to that I know some people listen to. I'm not going to name it because it's um, being respectful, but I'm going to also be disrespectful and say that their podcast fucking sucks. It reminds me that a lot of people out there who aren't genuine about the things that they talk, like talking about a movie that you've seen that you reminisce is one thing, but then when you come across somebody like me who's honest and grounded when they talk about the things that they've witnessed, watched, um, they just don't want to hear it. They don't want nothing to do with you. They want nothing to do with you because they think the most popular thing is to do what Kevin Smith does and like everything, cry and put a camera in front of you and cry. Like, the fuck happened to nerds, man? That's why I blame Kevin Smith for the pussification of the nerd community. You know, putting a camera there and watching you fucking cry. Do you realize what that is? Like 20 years from now, you better fucking delete those videos. And I'm talking about all you YouTubers out there with your thumbnails and your tears next to your fucking wife and all this shit, you know, saying this movie was a lot, this movie was heavy, like shit like that. The pussification, man, within all the fucking nerds and the moviegoers. I get it. Showing your emotions is okay. Show your fucking emotions in private, okay? That's why people don't want to cry in front of people. That's why you see people saying, "Excuse me, I'm going to, you know, bow out, go use the restroom, go in the room, disappear," because nobody wants to see you fucking cry, all right? Now, if you're crying tears of happiness because something groundbreaking happened in your life, that's a whole different another level of that. And I'm not talking about that, all right? The birth of your child, or you know, seeing a long lost relative, a child embracing her father coming from overseas, you know, things like that, and the father tears up, things like that. I'm talking, but I'm talking about when you watch a fucking clip from The Flash and you fucking cry in front of thousands of people sitting there fucking crying your balls off, and then you influence other nerds out there, fucking idiot nerds out there, um, that hey, if I do this, I might get subscribers and I might get some pussy. Okay. Um no. No. Not gonna happen. No, sorry. If I have to cry, I'm pushing pause or I'm getting the fuck off camera. Okay. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, man, fuck, they did it. Oh god. No. No. Get the fuck out of here with all that shit, man. Now, being moved, yes. Getting emotional without I'm talking about sobbing. Yes, fine. That's fine. Okay. I could watch something here live and I'd be like, whew, that was good. You know, like, but I'm not gonna be like, fuck, oh, god damn it, no, sorry, fuck off, fuck you, fuck your mom. Anyway, John Bernthal joins Tom Holland in Spider-Man: Brand New Day. The Punisher is back. It's back, baby. I mean, there's really not much to say, but he's back, right? John Bernthal has appeared in several Marvel television series as a stone cold vigilante known as the Punisher, even headlining his own series. Now he's taking his guns to the big screen. I fucking can't wait. Bernthal has joined Tom Holland in Spider-Man: Brand New Day, the latest Spider-Man movie from Sony and Marvel. Destin Daniel Cretton is directing the feature, which will shoot in England this summer and has a July 31st, 2026 release date. Much of the movie remains shrouded in mystery. Movie rumor websites have listed upward a dozen possible villains, from crime bosses to alien symbiotes, who could appear in the feature, as well as a couple of different versions of the Hulk. Zendaya, Jacob Belton are reprising their roles, blah, blah, blah. Sadie Sink from Stranger Things, she's in it. We don't know what character she's playing. Bernthal, though, being in this in this movie is going to be something that I've been looking forward to seeing. I've watched the Punisher series. It's fucking heavy, dude. It's heavy. And if that's a show that you watch and you're not even thinking that it's part of the Marvel universe. You just totally just don't until someone mentions something like that shit in New York and you're like, okay, yeah, that's right. Aliens exist in this universe, but it's a fucked up series. It's really fucked up. It's not a sci-fi series at all. It's grounded, it's real, it's violent, it's sad, it's emotional. And to think that this guy eventually one day is gonna like run into Chris Hemsworth's Thor or fucking Spider-Man. It's just that's so cool. It's like this is what I love about well, my voice just went. This is what I love about comic books and how they adapt things. And it's not taking characters that because you want to push the diversity levels of society. No, you take characters that people give a shit about and you make movies out of them. That's how you make money. You take characters that people know of and you make a TV show about them. Okay. Wait for that character to exist for at least 15 to 20 years. But it seems like Marvel was really fast tracking on taking all of the newer level characters. And I mean, fuck North Star and all of them, right? We're going to get Black Cap. We're going to get Riri Williams. We're going to get Miss Marvel. We're going to get Captain Marvel. We're going to get Shang-Chi. You see where I'm going with this? Do you see the level of check marks that I just listed? Okay. Instead of just making good characters, whether they're black, Chinese, women, I don't give a fuck. Just write better. Hire better writers. Hire veteran writers. Stop hiring these bloggers who fucking talk about social justice when they haven't even gone through half of the fucking neighborhoods that they're wanting to find justice for. Okay. Um, and get someone who has written a fucking screenplay, a televised script, a script for television, a book. Get them in the writer's room, okay? But they're not going to listen to me. You're all not going to listen to me. You want to know why? Because y'all just don't. I'm just some piece of shit on YouTube that talks and speaks from his heart. And I'm also a paying customer. But Disney, it seems like, and a lot of other movie studios out there are the only companies in the world that will tell the paying customer to go fuck themselves. And they will blame the fans, the customers, why their product failed. That's Disney. That's the blueprint for you. Anyway, so I'm digging that. I'm digging that. Oh, also, not in related news, but news that just popped up out of the blue. Jesus Christ, fucking Hollywood Reporter. I'm trying to click on the thing and it's the site's like, sorry, come and get me. Denis Villeneuve to direct the next James Bond film. He has directed both Dune films. And it's, yeah, okay. The Dune director will take on the inaugural 007 movie for Amazon AMGM. Denis Villeneuve is going from Dune to 007. The filmmaker has tapped to direct the next James Bond movie, the first from Amazon MGM Studios. Tanya Lapointe, whatever, Villeneuve's artistic partner and wife, will serve as an executive producer, and previously announced Amy Pascal and David Heyman will serve as producers. Amy Pascal. Jesus Christ, that name, that lady. Yeah, you should see her press interviews with Kevin Feige. They're the greatest. Some of my earliest movie-going memories are connected to 007. I grew up watching James Bond films with my father ever since Dr. No was Sean Connery. I'm a diehard Bond fan. To me, he's sacred territory. Then you should get Henry fucking Cavill, dude, and not get some fucking black British dude and be like, diversity. I intend to honor the tradition and open the path for many new missions to come, said Villeneuve. This is a massive responsibility, but also incredibly exciting for me and a huge honor. Bond is one of the most sought after franchises for filmmakers. Reportedly, directors who met for this film also include Edward Berger, whatever, Edgar Wright, and Paul King. Oh, don't say King. That's a trigger word. Villeneuve was last in theaters with Dune Part 2, which earned over $700 million at the box office and several Oscar nominations. The movie was all right, including Best Picture, winning Best Sound and Best Visual Effects. Currently, he is prepped on the third Dune film, which is scheduled to shoot this summer. It's unclear when Bond will begin production, but the search is underway for a screenwriter who will work with Villeneuve to bring the newest incarnation of the secret agent to the big screen. Listen, look, I know this has been repeated several times. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if they don't hire or at least look into Henry Cavill, who is the absolute fan favorite, it's not ridiculous to keep saying that because it's fucking true. He's British. He's in his early 40s. He's sexy as fuck. The dude oozes charisma. That's James Bond. He's got that. He's fucking Bond, dude. He's his balls, okay? It says 007. Okay? You know, like that's just, yeah. Okay, his dick and balls. That should be the poster. As you see Henry Cavill's nutsack, and his dick is the 007. Green. You hear that? Oh man, I'm saying though, man. Listen, the ladies will love it. You would like it too, and so will you, and so would you, and definitely you there. Stop watching Tom Hardy. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. But anyway, that's very meta, wasn't it? Wasn't it? I'm waiting for you to say yeah. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, this is like in Deadpool when he's like, "Wow, I just broke the fourth wall within a fourth wall. That's like 16 walls." So yeah, that would be like the latest breaking news in Hollywood. I like it. He's a good director. I just think that the Dune films are a little highly overrated. I like the first one more than the second film. But those movies were instantly forgettable the second I left the fucking theater. They're good, but uh, yeah. If these movies came out like 25 years ago, we'd be having a different conversation. But yeah, and plus, uh, Zendaya, anything she's in, it's like, yeah. There were problems with the Dune films, okay? Everyone's like, "Oh, those movies were so fucking mad. They were just so perfect." Fucking no, they were pretentious as fuck, and there was some flaws, and there's some holes in that fucking storyline. I had to watch it twice, both films twice, and those issues still revolved around my head. So, but anyway, well, folks, I think I'm done for now. Yeah, I think I'm finished. I'm finished. Oh no. Oh no. You know what's crazy? Imagine watching Star Wars, right? And at the end of the movie, when they attack the Death Star, right? The rebellion attacks the Death Star, you know, the moon that can destroy planets. And then once, you know, the rebels land and Luke Han and, you know, sorry, Chewie, gets their medals and shit. Imagine like the day after AOC comes out and goes, "You know what? I think the Rebel Alliance should be impeached for destroying nuclear weapons." For attacking a facility that clearly wants to kill us. But that was wrong. I don't understand, dude. Folks. I'm not a Republican, nor am I a Democrat. I get a lot of people out there telling me, "Oh, you're a Trump supporter. How do you like your king?" Well, first off, y'all act fucking weird. The left acts so fucking weird and stupid these days that you're making somebody like me defend somebody that I truly don't care about. But you have to give credit where credit's due. And I'm a person who's all about being united. So when I see this happen, okay, whereas on paper I went, "Oh, great, cool, that's been a problem." Every fucking president during every election has talked about Iran. And of all people, this was the guy to do it. He had to break a few rules, but maybe you just need to break a few rules to get the fucking job done. We've all done that, okay? And liberals are massive fans of shortcuts and things like that. So when y'all are looking for a hero, You just don't want anyone. You're selective, right? And I'm not saying Donald Trump's a hero, but we did destroy a nuclear facility in Iran. That was a big problem. So wouldn't this be something that the Democrats and the Republicans could shake hands and go, fuck yeah, this was awesome. This is the start of of the United States. I don't get it. I don't get it. We live in a stupid timeline. I thought, and there's a lot of people on the internet and in real life, unfortunately, that will influence and try to make you feel like you are the one in the wrong by being loud and by showing fake compassion. It's amazing. These are the same people that you saw in the beginning of this video, where you saw a compilation of all of these Democratic liberals stating as to what would happen if all the illegals are gone from this country, as if their sole purpose in life is to just pick crops and wipe your ass. Who's racist now? Hispanics aren't slaves. We don't slave for anyone. So when all of you out there, including the ones that I know personally, okay, who aren't bad people, but your logic and your view of things is very fucking tarnished. This is something that you have to ask yourself, if you're saying, if all it's right there, I'm not making this up. Go back to the beginning of this video. All of those people saying the sole purpose of a Hispanic who's illegal in this country is not to just find a job or to move on and have a life, to get away from the shit life that they were having in their own homes. They wanted to come here and find a life. Great, fine. But you're doing it illegally. Fine, great. But they're not here to pick crops, yo. They're here to work. They want the same things that we have. So for people to sit there and say, well, who's going to pick our crops? Who's going to clean your house? Who's going to wipe your ass? Come on. You're going to have to ask yourself, why do I like Mexican slaves? And what party began the ownership of slaves? Thank you very much, folks. I will be here all week. Be sure to tip your waitresses. I will be gone, folks. I am out of here. I will be back next week. I'm pretty sure there will be more news. There will be things to talk about. There will be things to review. And I have a special project video that I'm currently doing right now. I'm not going to say much about it, but it will be awesome. It'll be entertaining. It'll be fun, but very insightful. But guys, thank you so much for watching. All of you are awesome. For those of you who are new to this channel, watching me right now, thank you. You guys rock. I will be back next week. I do this every week now. So yeah. So I just want to say also, for those of you who have been writing in nice things, all this stuff, I hear you. Thank you. It's fun just doing this, coming back every week and doing this and talking to you guys out there and engaging in a conversation, especially during the after the shows, where I could tell a lot of you go on my X Twitter site and we just talk about and just kind of have little mini conversations, and it's fun that I have like a little group, message text thing or whatever, and I'm just like geeking out with everyone. It's just, everyone's cool. And yes, there are people that will disagree with me, hardcore, but they know me. They actually watch this channel and exactly where my head is at, as opposed to what you just see, on a post or something like that. But folks, stop fucking getting your information and doing your home through MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, all of the TikTok, because you want to get back at Mr. Trump. Well, I've got news for you, okay? TikTok was on the verge of getting shut down. And guess who reopened it back up? Thank your president. Anyway, folks, I will be back next week. But until then, I'm out. Peace.